I don't have the patience to be making sewing patterns, so today I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to make accessories with just vibes. This is also a great project to get you out of that creative rut. The more you experiment, the more confident you'll become at starting projects without the fear of failure. My biggest issue has always been the waste of fabric, but no fabric is wasted if the intention is learning from using it. No scrap ever gets wasted in my house because I can always make something new out of it, like these arm warmers that are absolutely gorgeous. So let's get started. For the most part, I'll be measuring everything with my hands, but a tape measure is also very useful. I'm going to be using two kinds of scrap denim for the base of the arm warmers. One stretchy, one non-stretchy, and because this is patchwork, I like to use two colors to give it a bit more interest. I started with a stretchy material for the top of my hand. If you're using non-stretchy material, make sure to give it an extra centimeter or two so that your fingers can move more freely. This part of your hand is a bit more difficult to measure, so I recommend a tape measurer. And you just need to cut out a rectangle in that length. To see how wide I need it, I just use my hand, but don't forget to add seam allowance to the bottom of it of about 1 centimeter. To make sure that it fits me properly, I just pin the pieces together and put it on my hand. The middle piece is the opening for your thumb. So basically you just need to measure from this part of your thumb to that part of your thumb and make sure that it can wiggle freely. The bottom or the sleeve of the arm warmers will be the same width as the top piece, and it will be a rectangle as well. If you're using stretchy material, you can make this bit a bit more narrow because it will stretch when you're putting it on, but if it's non-stretchy, just use the rectangle. It will be the easiest one to get through the widest part of your hand. So it's basically just 3 rectangles in different sizes. You can pin them all together to see if you like the fit, if you can wiggle your fingers, if the thumb is comfortable, if it fits around your whole hand. And before sewing it all together, you want to decorate because it will make things a lot easier. To decorate, I'm using more random scrap pieces. I cut out this cute little heart out of denim and added studs for the eyes. And then hand stitched the mouth. You probably noticed by now that I love putting words on my patches, and the words of the day today are break the rules. These words really resonate with me because as a person and an artist, you will grow the most by breaking rules, whether they serve you or are made against you. Anyway, if you are putting words on your arm warmers, don't forget the direction that it will be facing. In this case, the bottom of it will be at the top, so you will have to put it upside down. The heart would be quite difficult to sew with the machine, so you can use glue to attach smaller patches, but I just hand stitched it on. For the bigger patches, I did use the sewing machine and I added extra stitches all around for extra detail. Before you sew the pieces together, you can use them as a guide to create a second arm warmer. You can make it exactly the same, or you can play around a bit, experiment, see if you can come up with more interesting shapes, different decorations. I kind of just played around until I found what works for me, but I left the top bit of the arm warmer the same. My second warmer was a bit more patchworky, so I kind of just top stitched them all together with white thread to give it more contrast. And the last step is to fold the project in half, right sides together, and sew just the top rectangle and the bottom rectangle up to leave the thumb piece open. If you like a more distressed look, you can pull on all the strings outside the stitches. Just rough it all up, go wild. You know, if you don't like any of the strings that are too long, you can cut them off. It is complete creative freedom and probably the most fun part of the project. And this is what the final piece looks like. As per usual, going into the project blind and just experimenting with it and seeing what comes out in the end is the most fun thing about sewing. I don't really like using patterns. Most of my pieces are made with just vibes, which is why I wanted to show it to you so that you can create your own unique pieces by just doing it. Now, this style is not everyone's cup of tea. You might look at them and think this is the ugliest thing that you've ever seen in your life, but I love them. And art is in the eye of the beholder or whatever. So I love them. They're my babies. They're exactly what I like. These kind of projects are so important to me because I can go weeks without creating anything because of rules and fears that are in my head that I put there myself. So they keep me free, they keep me active, and they keep me from being stagnant. If you need more ideas for using up your scraps, I do have a whole playlist full of beginner-friendly upcycling projects if you need some inspiration as a whole, so check it out. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and some love in the comments. Subscribe to see more, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye-bye.